Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football Match Day 9 reaction. How did you do in Match Day 9? How many points did you score? I scored 54 points in this match day. I actually got a green arrow. With those 54 points, I moved from 8,000 to around 6,000 in ranking. So I'm pretty happy that captaincy worked in terms of who I picked as the captain on Tuesday. Could have had more points maybe if I went for someone like a Foden, but let me show you guys how my team did and what my plans are for Match Day 10. Tricky situation this time because literally all the games are in balance. You don't know which teams are going to go out, which teams are going to go through. So we'll talk about all that. But first, let me go through how my team did, and this is what we have. So in goal, I had only one goalkeeper because I already made 5 transfers, and I had to keep Ramiro on the bench because they couldn't really have take a -4 to have a second goalkeeper. And thankfully, I didn't because no one kept a clean sheet this week. And there was a bunch of goals as expected. I had Oblak in goal, so he got me 3 points. Unlucky because Haller scored very late on in that game. Defensively, had Akanji got 2 points. To be fair, I didn't really expect Man City to keep a clean sheet or anyone like that. I think I predicted 2-2 for that game, so expected a few goals. There, you're kind of hoping for recovery points and maybe a goal or an assist or something from a defender. Hamels got me 4 points, so I am happy that away to Atletico Madrid, 4 points is not bad at all. And then next to him, Cancelo, 3 points. Cancelo's a bit selfish for a few times. He could have easily had an assist in that game if he decided to pass the ball. So defensive-wise, not too many points defensive-wise, but 4 points, 3 points, I'll take them instead of having like 2 or 1. So I'll take that. In midfield, I did have Bellingham, who only got 2 points. Foden with an 11-pointer, fantastic goal against Real Madrid. Really happy with that. If I captained him, I would have had 22 points. But then again, I was thinking away to Real Madrid, maybe I wait and captain him at home when they're playing at home. But he's still on fire and he got 11 points. My captain Saka, he got 7 points. I got 14 points in total from him. So listen, I don't really mind because I would have decided to change the captaincy today. I did say to you guys in the deadline stream yesterday, if Saka gets anywhere above 7+ points, I'm not going to change captaincy because let's say he changed. I would have changed it to Morata. That would not have worked at all. Declan Rice got 3 points. I mean, for Declan Rice, if I was making a team ahead of match day 9, I wouldn't really have him. But the fact was, I only had 5 transfers and 5 of my players. 2 of them were injured in Ake and Walker, and 4 of them already eliminated. So I had to sort those issues out, and I couldn't even sort them out, all of them, because I had Ramiro on the bench, and I still couldn't take him out because I ran out of transfers. So I had to keep all the 3 Arsenal players in midfield. So Declan Rice 3 points. It wasn't a disaster. Saka scored and Odegaard got man of the match, getting me 5 points. I don't mind that. And then up front, Harry Kane, another player who I had to keep, he got a goal from the penalty spot, 5 points. I'll take that. Morata disappointing. Atletico Madrid creating a few chances in the first half. He didn't get anything, just 2 points. And then on the bench, as you can see, I did take out Haaland for Morata. So same thing. Haaland got me 2 points. Morata got me 2 points. So no difference really there. Carvajal, I took him out. I brought in Cancelo, so I gained 2 points there. I took out Saliba and I brought in Hamel, so I gained 3 points there. So 54 points, I'll definitely take that. As I said, I think I've gone 2,000 positions up in terms of the rankings. I'll definitely take that. There were some incredible games, to be fair. Like if you look at all these games, 2-2, 3-3, 3-2, 2-1. So it was not a good week for defenders. It was definitely not a good week for defenders and goalkeepers. And I don't think it's going to be now for all the games. If I go through all the games and then I tell you what I'm expecting for the second leg, there'll obviously be a match day 10 team selection video and all that. I'll break it down more. But from these fixtures, Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2. I mean, I still do expect both teams to score the second leg, but this was a cracking game. For me as an Arsenal fan, it was not good for my heart. We scored early on, and then Bayern Munich came back and scored twice, and then Arsenal scored after they made subs in the second half. Real Madrid, Man City was end-to-end 3-3. The Arsenal game, Saka could have had more points. Sane could definitely have had more points in that game. Kane didn't really get too many chances, and the likes of Odegaard didn't really get too many chances. But Saka could have had another goal or another assist. Sane could easily have had more points in that game. If he had Sane unlucky not to get a goal and assist, he was so good in that game in terms of pace. But the final decision was all over the place. Real Madrid, Man City 3-3. Vinicius, Rodrigo looked incredible in that match. Foden as well, Gvardiol. That game could easily have been a 4-4. The goals are very good. So maybe you can argue you might not see those same goals like in match day, in the next match day in the second leg. Maybe this time it's a tighter game. Maybe those goals, those shots don't fly in. But then again, That is Foden, that is Valverde. Those shots can still fly in again in the second leg. And then Barcelona beat PSG 3-2. Raphinha looked incredible in that game. Mbappe did not really get any chances to shoot the ball. Dembele was lively. Atletico Madrid 2, Dortmund 1. Griezmann does not want to shoot the ball. He was passing a lot, but he got an assist. And Dortmund Haller got a goal. And I mean, if you're to ask me second leg, do I expect a similar kind of games? Because we had 10 goals on the Tuesday and we had another 8 goals on the Wednesday. Now, for the Real Madrid Man City game, yes, I'm expecting the same thing. Maybe another, maybe 3-2 this time. So I don't really expect a lot of clean sheets from that game, any clean sheet from that game. I would predict something like a 3-2 or maybe another 3-3 in the second leg for the Man City game. I also think the PSG Barcelona game will be similar again. It could be another 3-2. To which team? I don't know. It could be another 3-2. So for those teams, I'll be trying to avoid any defenders from those teams. Now, for the Arsenal and Atletico Madrid games, I think a couple of teams might approach the games differently. Now, the Bayern Munich Arsenal game was very open. Whenever Arsenal go away from home to like a Liverpool or to a Man City, especially when Arsenal went to Man City the other day, like completely decided to keep it tight and don't even attack at all, maybe once or twice in the game. And that could mean that could be a 1-1 game or 1-0 game if Bayern Munich win or something like that. I don't expect it to be another 2-2, another 3-3. Similarly, Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid, especially if they won that game 2-0, they would have gone there and packed the bus. So it could be like a 1-1 or something, and Atletico still go through. But really, do I expect any clean sheets in the second leg? I'd say no. I still think every single team will score in the second leg as well. But I'll have my predictions for that in the team selection video. But interesting. Let me know how many points you scored this match day. Were you happy they returned? Did your captain return? Was it a disappointing week? For me, I will take it. Many people have Haaland, many people have Bellingham. They disappointed. Still, I'd still not take out someone like a Haaland for the second leg. That's the thing. He might still score. And you never know what is going to happen. Now, last point. Usually, I know going to make transfers ahead of match day, the second leg. Usually, you're hoping like maybe there's a team that has won 3-0, and you can just transfer a couple of the players into your team again, and then start transferring out the players from that other team. Because if you don't find yourself in a situation where in the second leg you have because you have 3 transfers now ahead of the second legs, you don't find yourself in a situation where after the second leg you have like 10 of your players eliminated and you only have 5 transfers ahead of the semi-final, and you're in a very tricky position and you can only field 9-10 players. You don't want to get yourself in that situation. So what usually happens is you usually start targeting the teams that you feel like have already gone out after the first leg. So let's say if Man City beat Real Madrid 4-0, then heading to the second leg, maybe you can keep Bellingham, and then you start transferring out maybe a Carvajal or a Rodrigo because you feel like they're definitely going to go out. So you start planning for the semi-final, the semi-final first leg, and maybe keep one, you transfer out another, you keep one, transfer another out. Let's say Bayern Munich beat Arsenal 4-0. For my team, for example, I have 4 Arsenal players. If Bayern Munich beat Arsenal 4-0 in the first leg, I'll start imagining, okay, Arsenal are not going to go through from that game. Let me start transferring out Arsenal players. Let me take out 2 of them right now and maybe bring in one from Bayern and maybe one from Man City because they also won 4-0, for example. But this time it's very different because all of those games, there's no one who's won yet. There's a 3-2, a 3-3, a 2-2, a 2-1. Any team can go through. I'd not be surprised if Dortmund go there and they turn it around and win 2-0. I'd not be surprised if Man City went all the way to penalties and Madrid won at the Etihad. Like anything can happen. All the other games, anything that can happen as well. You just never know what is going to happen. Ideally, people would say the favorites are Man City, Bayern because they're at home. I think people would still say Atletico Madrid because they have the lead, and also people would say Barcelona because they won away from home, so people would expect them to win at home. But you never know. PSG can go there and win 2-0, and then things change. So you never know what is going to happen. But let me know how your team is looking. I'll have the limitless video on the Thursday. I'll also have a team selection video later this week. Watch out for that. Let me know how many points you scored. Hit the like button, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.